What's going on, guys? It's Bulletproof Soul here. Today, I'm coming in with a bit of another kind of rant style video because I said daily uploads all of spring break, and I'm trying to fulfill that. The video that went up this morning, that bitch ass video, I had that uploading all night. That was supposed to be done last night. I started uploading at like 4 o'clock, and it just took literally all night. So I'm sorry about that, but y'all are getting 2 uploads today. So hey, that's something. Um, Anyway, this rant, I'm going to talk about I don't really like cars that much. I'm going to be honest. I'm in my car right now, and I think cars do have a place in our world. I don't think we can only rely on public transport. But I think we over rely on cars, and I'm talking about America. I'm an American. This is an American really issue. Europe, I know they love to talk about it online. They have a lot of public transport, and I'm pretty jealous of them. I can't lie, because listen, where I live, I have to drive half an hour to work, half an hour back every day in my car, and I live in a rural area, as you guys probably know, and we rely on cars a lot, and I think cars are really best suited for these rural areas where I live, where you know you got everything's really spread out. You have a lot of places that you need to be at. I think cars work great out here, but where I work in a bigger town. I'll say I work in Sanford, Maine, which is it's not a huge town, but it's bigger, and it's big enough that I think there should be a train somewhat close to my house that I can take here. Because, imagine that. Imagine if I could just drive my car 5 minutes down the road, park at this big train station, take the train into Sanford, work my shift, train back, cut down on travel time, not have to spend gas. I really wish we had more stuff like that, more trains. And I understand that's expensive, but I think if we were able to just cut back on the defense budget, we'd be fine. Because America has a huge issue. We really spend way too much money fighting wars. I wholeheartedly believe that in 2026, we're at the point, we have the technology, we have the communication ability, and the education where we're at a point where we don't really need to be at war with anyone anymore. We there's really no need to be at war in this day and age. I believe that. I think world hunger is an issue that is solvable within 5 to 10 years, probably. I mean, I'm no economist or logistics guy, but I think if we really hammered down and actually started giving a fuck, dude, we could have all of Africa looking like New York City in 20 years, and I'm not kidding. I do wholeheartedly believe that. And but no, we don't spend money on making on public transport. There's very little in America, even in cities. I think cars are the worst thing about American cities, because if you guys have ever been to an American city, I don't know how it is in Europe, but cars everywhere, horrible traffic. There's nowhere to park, and if you find somewhere to park, you're paying out of your ass. I've heard stories from my friends, $100 to park anywhere, for a long time in New York City. And I was in Portland yesterday, which is it's a smaller city, but it's still a city nonetheless. And I think that that's a place that needs a metro system, bus lines, and I really do think there should be a train there from relatively close to where I live. Even if it was just a train coming out of Sanford, that would be great. I would love to take the train down to Portland and not have to worry about my car. But no, I wanted to get a quick bite to eat at in Portland at my favorite restaurant, New York Fried Chicken. If you know, you know. If you've ever been there, it is run by the sweetest little old lady you will ever meet, and they have absolutely incredible food. And I'm sitting there, and I parked at the Big Apple across the street in the Big Apple parking only, and I was literally just sitting there over my head every 5 minutes, making sure I wasn't getting fucking towed away, because I'm not paying for parking. You'll catch me dead before you catch me paying for parking. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But that's my big issue with cars is paid parking. I feel cars really jack up land value in America, because when everyone needs a spot to park, every parking lot, every paid parking, every parking garage, every little, you know, place they have to make the roads wider to account for people parking, that's that's space that houses aren't being built. That is space where people can't live and can't operate. And if we had real solid public transport options, people could, I don't know, imagine a train station, giant fucking parking lot. Everyone can just park their cars at the train station, take the train to where they need to go, be without a car in the city, train back, go back, drive, then drive home to their rural areas where houses are more spread out. That would be a beautiful system. But we don't have that. We just don't. You have to take your car into the city and either pay $20 for parking or risk getting towed. And honestly, I'd rather risk getting towed. I'm not paying for parking. If you own a paid parking garage, suck my fucking dick. Slobber on my cock, okay, until I blow a load into your eye. And I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna aim for your eye. Try to have glasses on, try to cover your fucking eyes. No, I'm ripping your hands out of your eyes and I'm nutting in your fucking eyes. Because you deserve that. If you seriously run a paid parking lot or a parking garage or anything, as that is the laziest form of fucking business in the world, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You have not invented anything. You are not providing any good service to the world. You are just leeching off of other people. Same with landlords. If you are a landlord, fuck you. You know what? Fuck you if you're a landlord of any kind. I don't give a damn. If fuck you if you're a landlord. Fuck you if you own a paid parking garage or anything of that nature, because you are literally doing nothing. You are providing absolutely nothing of value. You are extorting these people who live in these cities legally, but you are extorting them. Just because it's legal does not mean it's right. That's another point I'd like to really get across in this video, is that I don't think the law should really have any major impact on your moral, like I'm talking about us personally as people. Though you shouldn't let the law have a huge play on your moral standings. I'm not saying go out and break the law. I follow the law, all right? But that doesn't mean I agree with it. It's just because I'm scared of the consequences. But if people are only doing something because they're scared of the consequences, that is not good. That is, people should be doing things out of their own free will. I follow the law because I am scared of the consequences, not out of my own free will. And that is fucked, because we are as a human race, as animals, we have that gift of free will and we have to suppress it. And I understand, we shouldn't be killing people. I'm not saying we should be killing people. I'm not even advocating for anarchy or anything. I'm just saying laws should reflect the general will of the people. And if there's laws like, you know, laws that everyone like thinks are bullshit, like how weed isn't legal everywhere. Or I guess not everyone thinks that's bullshit, but if you're under the age of 60, you think that's bullshit. So, um, like you really shouldn't let the law play a huge part in your moral processes, because 200 years, not even 200 years ago, 200 years ago, a little under that, slavery was legal. Slavery was fine. So you know what? If you're letting the law decide everything for you, you got some issues, because that law 200 years ago said slavery was legal. And, just because the law today says, oh, paid parking lots, parking garages, yeah, these are legal, doesn't mean it's fucking right. You're getting fucking scammed. If you pay for parking, I'm not saying you shouldn't, because we have to. I'm afraid of consequences of getting towed. So I get that, and we're all afraid of that. But that doesn't mean it's not an issue. And we have voices. We can speak about this. And I don't think it's a widely held belief, but when you really think about it, when you really sit there and think about it, we shouldn't be paying for parking, and landlords should not be a thing. Shout out Mao Zedong. I'm not gonna go into the detail. If you know, you know. Shout out Mao Zedong for what he did to the landlords. That was cool as fuck. And I'm not even saying we should do that to the landlords in America. I'm just saying, hey, if you're a landlord, hit the hay, or yeah, kick rocks, bud. Like, get out of here. I don't want to see landlords. I don't like insurance. that much. Fuck insurance companies too. They will scam you and extort you on every little fucking penny you have with a million lines of fine text that, well, it's all technically within the law and they're operating legally. That doesn't mean it's right. Just because something's legal does not mean it's right. And it doesn't mean just because something is legal or illegal, that doesn't immediately mean that it's right. Like, that it's wrong either. Like I said, we shouldn't be killing people. Laws against sexual assault and things like that and violence, those are laws that should be in place. Because that is not, I think most people, I hope everyone can agree that, things like murder and sexual assault and rape and things like that are not good. Those like huge flaming hot takeout here, that's not good. But I don't know. This was kind of just a heated rant. Not even super heated. This is just a little look into like my political philosophy and the way I evaluate the world. If you guys have any like thoughts, comments, like questions on what I'm saying here, drop a comment below. I'll listen. I'll respond to you. I'd love to do that. But yeah, if you stuck around till the end of the video, drop a like, drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm doing daily uploads all spring break, so y'all got like another like 7 uploads coming your way. But yeah, guys, it's been Bulletproof Soul. Peace.